How you doing? Oh wow, I did like that. The bright light be all in your face. Maybe I need to keep it like right here. Hope y'all are having a grand old day. Let me drop this down so there won't be like a flash or something in y'all face. Hopefully that light does not. Maybe I keep my big head in the way of that light right there, but we shall see. Um, dude, I know that you guys are probably wondering and thinking like, dude, I can't believe you are going live. But yes, I am going live. And I told y'all, I'm kind of like one of those people that is sporadic. From being a director and having a lot of, pretty much you're basically almost on call all the time. But anyway, um, I really don't have time like a lot of full time YouTubers to coordinate and put together like times and days and all that I'm going to go live. A lot of times, if I get any type of breaking news like this, sometimes you guys will hear it hours later. It's a possibility. You may hear it a day later. Nevertheless, here I am filibustering until I see the YouTube give out more alerts, and then I will go ahead. Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep this from getting in your eyes. If I'm moving natural, I don't want the flash in your eyes. But anyway, sitting in my son's studio area at his crib, and before I go home, before my wife gets worried, I want to bring y'all this breaking news. So anyway, y'all know it usually take about 2 or 3 minutes for YouTube to actually send out any alerts, but I'm not going to waste any more of y'all time because of the lateness. I want to go ahead and get into this. So, y'all read the title. And I know it's going to be a lot of y'all in here right now that's going to be like, dude, what is this all about now, Ty? And I've already been making headway because I told you guys that I reached out to the White House and I got responses. They wanted me to let go of talking about the Epstein stuff. And I really did get to a point where I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can ask about something else. So I did submit again. And I said, okay, besides the Epstein files, Miss Livette, how about I talk about the platinum plan that President Trump was once going to have? Well, while I was getting ready to try to formulate my next questions of what I would want to have should I get invited to the White House to be into the press secretary area, I had a source reach out and say, hey, you might want to be ready for what President Trump is getting ready to do. I'm like, okay. Next thing I know, other sources jumped out. Ty, you won't believe what happened. You won't believe what happened. You won't believe what's going on, Charles Ross and Mike D. Well, now, this source said Trump said he is going to allow Pam Bondi to release the Epstein file. And I go, okay, okay, what is it going to be? Either it is or it's not. Either you do or you don't. Either you will or you won't. What is it going to be? Well, this producer said, well, just wait for more information to come out, but I promise you, you're going to hear about it tonight. So I told my sons I'm going to wait for this information to come out before I go back home. And sure enough, Trump orders Pam Bondi to seek the release of pertinent records from Epstein grand jury. White House Press Secretary Caroline Levitt said earlier today that President Trump isn't interested in appointing a special counsel for Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein case. President Donald Trump said he was directing Attorney Pam General Bondi to seek the release of pertinent grand jury testimony from Epstein's case after he denied reporting from the Wall Street Journal that said he sent Epstein a letter in 2003. Okay? So, y'all, I think honestly, there's gonna be something that's gonna be probably more disappointing to some of you because my conservative friends, you know who you are, been on y'all shows, things like that. I talked with a few of y'all today after I got this news. You guys have already made Instagram posts. I'm not gonna say who they are, folks, but y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm just not gonna say the names, but y'all know them. they came out. Time. Oh, they made videos. Oh man, breaking news, Ty. This is huge. President Trump heard the cries of MAGA. He heard the cries of the Republicans. President Trump orders Bondi to release Jeffrey Epstein related grand jury testimony. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our answers. I was like, y'all got a hold of me for that bull crap? Really? President Trump, late today, told Pam Bondi to release the grand jury testimony related to Jeffrey Epstein, as his administration faces pressure to disclose more details on the late sex offender. Trump said, based on the ridiculous amount of publicity given to Jeffrey Epstein, I have asked Attorney General Jim Bondi to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony subject to court approval. He wrote this on Truth Social. He said, this scam perpetuated by the Democrats should end right now. But MAGA didn't want it to end. Bondi wrote on her post minutes later, she said, we are ready to move the court tomorrow to unseal grand jury transcripts. Oh, thank y'all so much. Oh, this is the mother load, guys. This is the truckload. This is the one. Here we go again. Come on, y'all. Y'all know the whole fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Y'all, come on, y'all. Can we not do this? Come on, man. What do you... look, they're not going to give you what you think you're going to get out of this. And like I said, a lot of conservative, y'all know them, a lot of conservative social media influencers, big time conservative social media influencers. I know some of y'all consider me to be that. I don't. Y'all emailed me, all excited. This is it. We're getting our wish. I'm telling you right now. And again, I do not have any prophetic or foreknowledge. I just know how to piece things together based off of profiling, based off of just how about going through life and having experienced things like this, based off of being around certain intellectuals who know how to word things in such a way to get people pumped up, and all in the end, their intentions is never to give you the information that they want to give you. It's just the excitement of it. I'm not a prophet. I don't have forethought. This, what they're about to release, is going to be absolutely nothing. It's not going to be a game changer. It's not going to be, this is what we're looking for. It's nothing. It's to give you a little bit of something to shut you up. You ever had a baby cry and you told the baby they couldn't have something? I'll give you all the metaphor. And you just, oh, here, it's here. Golly, good. Here, now go. Shut up. I just want one more hug, one more hug. Oh my God, here, God's gone. Bye. Shut up. Gosh. That's pretty much what y'all, that's pretty much what you're getting treated like. You don't have to believe me or not, but I'm telling you right now, what you're getting ready to get is another breadcrumb to satisfy you good enough just so you can shut up. Okay. This says a judge will make the final decision on whether material can be released, which could take some time and is unlikely to be immediate. Breaking news! What I tell y'all? You got excited for nothing? My conservative brothers and sisters, that y'all know who you are that texted me. Y'all got excited because Pam Bondi, once again, we're going to release them. Look what we did, ladies and gentlemen. We gave out the big binders. We gave out the binders of the Epstein files. Look what's in here. Redacted, 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 redacted. Yeah. So we gave it to the content creators, thick books. We had the files right here. Nothingburger. Pam Bondi, I am upset. I was tricked. The FBI didn't give me everything I asked for. I'm going to want something on my desk. Let me fake and act like I'm really mad so I can show the American people that I'm really trying to do something to give the American people what they want. Let me play the role. Let me show that this is a serious matter. We are taking this seriously, and seriously we are taking this. I thought that they were going to give me everything I asked for. It is an embarrassment to me, and it's an embarrassment, and it's upsetting the American people. Therefore, I'm going to call Kash Patel and ask him what happened, and I want things that I need to be given to me so I can give it to the American people. And guess what? A lot of conservatives did. Ooh, y'all see how mad Pam Bondi was? Oh my God, look at Pam Bondi. She was upset. She want the files. She's getting ready to go grill Kash Patel. Oh, I wonder what, she's getting ready to. Then she comes back. And let me tell you, American people, there's a truckload of things, tens and thousands of stuff, truckloads of information. And as I go through it, we're going to release these in phases. I can't believe they had truckloads and kept that from me. And everybody, Pam Bondi, oh man, Pam Bondi is getting ready to. And then there's nothing. And you are told to believe that there's nothing. Listen, the judge will make the final decision on whether material can be released, which could take some time and is unlikely to be immediate. You know what this means, Pam Bondi? I did my job. I told the judge, I'm telling y'all, this is what they're doing. She's going to say, I released this information to the judge that we want the Epstein files in regards to the grand jury to be released. Now, the blame and the pressure is no longer going to be on President Trump or Pam Bondi. Now it's going to fall on this judge. So, the judge is going to be the scapegoat in this case. So the judge goes, man, I don't think this stuff should be public. Now you don't have to be pissed off at Trump or Pam Bondi. You can be pissed off at the judge. And if the judge does make that decision and say, I don't want this information released for public knowledge, blah, 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 blah. Pam Bondi never can say, well, ladies and gentlemen, we tried to be transparent. We wanted it to be. But unfortunately, this judge who oversaw this case, he deemed it proper that we not release these. And I trust this judge. And so now we can all be pissed off at the judge. No, we still gonna be pissed off at you, Pam Bondi. Still gonna be pissed off at President Trump because you just shifted the energy off yourselves and you put it on this judge, who most likely is a nobody who we're not gonna know, but he can take the fall for something that you guys won't do. Now, it says it's unclear what material the Trump administration will ask to be released. It's not clear how much of the Epstein-related material in the government's possession is grand jury testimony. Epstein was investigated by federal authorities, blah, 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 blah. Y'all already know the Epstein story, what happened with him, what he did. The order for Mr. Trump comes after the Justice Department and FBI released a memo stating that Epstein did not have incriminating client lists, did not try to blackmail any prominent figures, and he died by self-deletion, unaliving himself. The memo drew backlash across the political spectrum, including some of Trump's fervent backers. They were surprised to see that a lot of social media content creators and social media influencers, especially among the black supporters of Trump, also showed their anger, showed their distastefulness in how this was handled, which seemed to kind of cause Trump to get a little irritated. The government is generally required to keep grand jury material secret, and it's common for not all material that is shown to grand jury, which meets before a person is criminally indicted, to emerge during a criminal case. A request of this kind of government is unusual, says Mitchell Epner, a partner of the New York law firm Cudman Tracton Allo Posner, and former federal prosecutor. I've been in and around federal crime cases for over 30 years. I've never heard of this before, he said. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is most likely going to be absolutely 100% nothing. It's going to be nothing. This is just another little breadcrumb. This is just another little ooh-wee. This is just another article. This is just something that's just to maybe satisfy the MAGA, to satisfy Republicans, to make you feel like they are trying to do something to give the American people something, and they're going to place it on this judge. This judge may or may not release it, but the whole point of the matter is the pressure has been shifted from President Trump and Pam Bondi, and it's going to be shifted to this judge. And if you're smart enough to see through this, you will go, if the judge don't do it, go right back at Pam Bondi and President Trump. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this again. The fact that you were told there's no client list, there's no blackmailing, the fact that President Trump is speaking in such a way to where he's saying, move on. I'm done talking about Epstein. Are we still talking about Epstein? Why is everybody so obsessed about Epstein? The fact that he's throwing it out there like that is a great indicator to me that Trump and Pam Bondi and them are going to put this out like we got more important things to do, more bigger fish to fry. We're going to leave this in the judge's hand. Whatever the judge decides to do, we're going to leave it at that. We got to move on and do other things. That's why I say, although I don't agree with the handling of this and how they're doing this, but I'm just telling you guys, I think it's going to be best, and I can be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but I think it's best for you just to put this to rest. Not that I want it to be put to rest, but because it is going to be put to rest. Do not waste your energy and your time and give your life force to being angry over not getting the answers that you thought you were going to get, because you're not going to get it. You will do yourself a great deal not to invest yourself in this with your emotions, with your time, with your energy, when it's not going to happen. Accept that it's not going to happen and move forward and focus on what we, the people, still want President Trump to do in regards to the mandate. Okay? Some of y'all misunderstand the way I'm putting that out there. I'm not saying that I want this to happen. I'm just telling you the fact that it is happening. Some folks don't know how to some of y'all don't know how to swallow that hard pill right there. So anyway, with that being said, I'll see if I can do something I usually don't do, and that's to address some of y'all comments in here. Let's see. Truth Seeker, Kamala Harris is the only logical position. Oh my God. Yeah. Let's see. Doom 5G says, I really think the DJT doesn't even know everything. I think they are hiding most. Okay. Oh, I forgot Donald. You're talking about Donald Trump. Okay. I see what you're saying. Chronos Blaze says, really, you are that much of a sheep? I don't know who you're talking to, so I can't address that. It's not about being angry, says Chris Scott. Not giving up does not mean giving emotions to anyone. We still need to put pressure on them, says Brooklyn. I agree. You can put pressure on them, but I'm just saying if they're going to be on a solid stance of saying, nope, we can put pressure on them all we want, but it don't get to the point where they're going to say something like, look, if there's any one of you in here who has anything regarding Epstein, I'm not going to answer. We're moving on from that. So all hands down to any of you who wants to talk about Epstein. I mean, this guy is a whack job. He's dead. I'm just saying. Rinky Dink says, craps blow. Let's see. So wise. LOL, I'm out, says Chris Scott. Have a good night, Chris. Will says, got it. So it is happening, and that it's okay, and that you're okay with that. I didn't say I was okay with that. We the people voted for President Trump because he would protect pedos. Didn't seem like Trump ordered that. You think you grew up in a coconut trauma? Talking about you're one of the influencers who backed Trump during this Epstein scandal. I salute you. Yeah, I said I still back Trump and what he's doing for the country. I just don't agree with him in this. And you know what? Some folks have a really hard time. It's really weird to me, guys. I mean, it's really, some of you guys, I'm serious. Sometimes this platform can be used to show you a little bit about yourself, to where if you really thought that everything that Trump was going to do or is doing as president, you thought that it was really going to line up 100%, everything was going to be perfect. You really think that every single thing is going to be perfect. If you are living in delusion. There is no way President Trump is going to be able to get all the illegal immigrants out of our country in a 4-year span. I mean, that would be crazy if he did, but he's not. And by me knowing that, it's okay to accept that. Now, also, other things that President Trump made, look, we got 3.5 years of Trump left. President Trump most likely is going to make some decisions and do some things a lot of us are not going to agree with. What gets me in this political world is that some people who do not agree with what Trump does can just simply go, I wish I never voted for him because of how he's handling this. I wish I never vote for him because of how he's doing this. That's weird to me. I don't understand how one thing that he doesn't do that you do not like or that you do not agree with can cause you to go, I never should have voted for him. So that's why some of you guys couldn't understand. Like, I can't believe you still supporting Trump after he did this with the Epstein files. Illegal immigration, America First agenda, getting these crazy lunatics off the streets. Gas prices low, grocery prices going down. Doge going in there and seeing the scandal that they did with our tax-paying money. Defunding children having sex changes. Getting rid of Planned Parenthood and defunding them. And did y'all hear about what they defunded today in California? That Speedway, Railway, the tariffs, bringing billions of dollars in. And so this Epstein file thing, although I want to see who was involved in the video, it's just a fact you have to come to terms that it's a good chance we're not going to. I want y'all to do something for me real quick, okay? And I just want to see if, I don't know everyone that's in here right now. Can you give me a hand signal if you were alive during JFK? Like, can y'all, if you don't give me the emoji hand sign, give me the number 1 if you were alive during JFK. And while you're doing that, click the thumbs up button for me right now. Okay, I see there's a lot of you guys right now putting the number 1 in here. I appreciate that. Pam Gator, Mike Grant, Special Master, Amy. Someone says, what does this have to do with the Epstein files? I'm going to explain it to you. No, I wasn't alive during JFK. I mean, like, old enough to remember it. So any of you that were old enough to remember it, when JFK lost his life, right? When JFK lost his life, any president after JFK, 2 presidents, if they would have told you, we're going to get to the bottom of what really happened to JFK. If they told you, we're going to get to the bottom of what happened to JFK, and then if they came out and said, actually, there is no evidence that y'all know what I'm talking about, that 3-letter organization was involved. There's no evidence that JFK was a conspiracy. There's no evidence. If you were living at that time and you're just like, oh, that is so wrong. We got so many questions. This is messed up. Da 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 da. And then decades down the road, you see that there's another president that says, I'm going to release the JFK files. All I'm saying is that if you were living during the JFK time and they said there's no evidence that JFK was assassinated by the 3-letter organization, if they told you that there's no evidence, and then now you actually get the JFK file that Trump released and it showed that actually a 3-letter organization and this country has some involvement in it, all I'm saying is at that time you had to accept the fact that you weren't going to get the answers that you wanted. But decades down the road, it got released. All I'm saying is right now, we may not get the answers that we want in regards to Epstein. But decades down the road, when Trump is long gone and dead, and there might be another type of era, another type of president in place, maybe that president will release that information that a lot of us felt and feel that we need. But all I'm saying is the fact of the matter is we're not going to get what we think we're going to get. That's what I'm saying. This Epstein scandal ain't going away, bro. It's kids. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. I completely understand that. I completely agree with you. It's just the fact that I know it's just man. Some of y'all, I don't know what's going on. There's some trolls in here big time. AA says he ordered what? News to me. He ordered Pam Bondi to pretty much release files pertaining to the grand jury's testimony. What's going on, Sabrina? LaShawn Walson said it's over. Epstein files was voted on, meaning the president didn't have the final say, so it was all collective. Trump is using his usual stitch, deflect and blame. Can't believe y'all thought he was telling the truth. Yes, true. There's gonna be some stuff that's made up just to shut the MAGA up. I said I think they just gonna be like, here, take this. Just God, be quiet. Release the files that don't exist or the ones Obama made up. Yes, and let's just keep it real, y'all. Can we keep it real? It's interesting that President Trump is saying that this is a thing, this is a hoax made up by Obama, and because I mean, it's like you could have been saying that. You could have been saying that. Why now? Let's see. Trump is the only known celeb to ban Epstein from his parties. That's a fact. Surely the left would have used that to destroy Trump, says Lawrence. Why didn't they? It's because a lot of them are on it. I mean, I look at it like that. Y'all, it's wild. And I don't care who it is. I don't care if you are left, right, conservative, liberal, whatever. My opinion is none of them should be involved in any of it. Astro Sykes says if he did anything, the Dems would have used it. I agree. What's going on, Roger Petty? From in my crooked letter, I, crooked letter, I, hum back, I. KW said Trump is complicit. Trump is hiding information that pertains to him. Free to think what you want to think. So nobody at the Diddy parties participated. Y'all was ready to cancel him. I actually feel kind of bad, bro. I hate to see my confused black brothers feeling bamboozled by their massive Trump. I don't think there's no bamboozlement in it. It's just more or less of. See, I think what gets mixed up in this is that it's not a matter of being bamboozled. It's a matter of, oh, wait a minute, what's going on here? What's at stake here? What's at play? See, I'm not like everybody else. I mean, the crowd of people that I surround myself with, we always try to look at things from a certain angle. We don't look at things in regards to how do they expect me to respond to this. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm just being completely straight up with you, LaShawn Walston, is that I'm not one, oh my God, I can't believe Trump did this. Why did Trump do this? More like a, wait a minute, what's going on that made Trump kind of do this right here? It's not a matter of bamboozlement. It's almost like, what's going on behind closed doors? What's the play here? what's the end game here? What's really going on right here? Yeah, a lot of people are upset about it. They're trying to tell us to move on, but why all of a sudden is that going on? And like I told y'all, I threw out a lot of tinfoil hat stuff. I told y'all I think there's a lot of globalists that are involved in this. Like, for example, let me ask you something. If you was in President Trump's shoes, right? And you had there's a list of globalists, of celebrities, of politicians that you know you got them by the balls now, would you release that to the American people, or would you use that to pretty much strong arm them to bend to your will? You know what I'm saying? These are things that I think about. I'm not saying this is what Trump did or is doing. I'm just saying, is it possible? And if it was you, what would you do? Donovan said, I would do what I would promise. Facts. Cindy Dictator says, Target. So you got what? You looking nice, Gia. Okay, he's the most investigated. Da, da, da. Not possible. No, that's some wild cope. Keep it real. If and when the truth comes out, what will it benefit anyone at all? Yeah, you're thinking like an intelligence officer, says Nathan Peters. I would release it. Are you suggesting that he should blackmail pedophiles? No, Gia, that's not what I'm suggesting. I simply asked you guys a question. So you can't turn it around and say, am I suggesting something? That's something that a lot of people do. See, one of those individuals, you can't make a statement like that and try to turn it on me as if that's what I'm insinuating. That that I'm saying this is what Trump should do. I said, is it possible? And like April Morel responded, she said, it's possible. Astro Psych said true. Brian West said, good question. I do know he said he would release the information, then all of a sudden there wasn't a list. So that brings up a lot of questions. And this is what I told you guys, ladies and gentlemen. I told you guys that I learned a lot just from being in a position that I am, and learning how people do these things in regards to words. And when it comes to words, okay, let me give you an example. When they said there is no list, what's going on, Andy Oakley? Hey, when they said that there is no list, then what if you say, okay, since there's no list, is there a record? Is there an itinerary? Huh? Is there a Rolodex? Are there documents? See what I'm saying? And I think what happens a lot of times is that they can say to you, we didn't lie to you guys. We told you there were files. We said we're going to release the Epstein files. So I think what happens there, they can sit there and say, well, we didn't lie to you guys because we are releasing things regarding Epstein's file, but there is no list for you to see. But you know what I'm saying? Are y'all following me? It's like the slide of words. Are there any records? Are there any documents? Is there an itinerary? Is there a Rolodex? You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what I'm saying. But there is no list. And there is nothing that shows that there was any blackmail going on. Well, you know what? And then now they're saying that Ms. Maxwell wants to come out and talk, which is really strange. So if there is no list, there is no blackmail, there is no victims, there is no evidence, then people are saying, why is she in prison? So Epstein took his own life. Maxwell is doing 20-some plus years in prison for nothing. So anyway, folks, I didn't lollygag you guys already enough. I can really let you guys all go on this. And again, I just going to sum this up and tell you, do not expect anything of any great significance to come out of this, because they said that they're going to release it in 3 phases. Then they said there is nothing. And now all of a sudden they're going to put it in this judge's hand to say that he can release any type of information in regards to the grand jury's testimonies regarding this. But it's the judge's discretion if he wants to release it. And if he does release it, it won't be immediate, which means your boy is going to tell you once again, if the judge, which I don't think this judge is going to do, the judge is not going to, I'm just going to tell you all my thoughts. The judge is not going to release this immediately. He might say, I need to look through it and read some things before I release anything. And when he does it, you guys will not know and you won't be thinking about it. You want to know why? Months, days, a year is going to go by. There's going to be other significant things in our life that's going to happen, unfortunately, tragic things, nature, some major life ending for some people. Somebody's going to get a disease that's very significant in the world that we're not going to know. It's going to end up being something, like I always say, that's going to completely derail your train of thought. It's going to completely derail you from focusing on when this judge slowly releases, if he releases this information, and it's going to be something that's going to be forgotten. All right, Mama Carol, thank you so much, and God bless you, sis, for the $5 super chat. If you think any differently of what I just said, ladies and gentlemen, then y'all let me see it in the comment section after this if you want me to address it. But yeah, the judge is not going to release this information with the grand jury, and it's not like this. Even if he does, it's not going to be anything that's going to be so significant that we're going to be like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So I'm just telling y'all right now, I know a lot of you guys watch other YouTube channels with conservatives and people like that, way bigger names than what I am. But don't get pulled into the hype. Don't get pulled into the buildup. Don't get pulled into the sensationalism, the propaganda, and you know what I'm saying, the euphoria of what's getting ready to happen. Don't get pulled into it. Just don't. Just don't. All right? With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you guys all well a good night. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man. I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, great health mentally, physically, emotionally. God bless you all through Jesus.